In 1977, 6 friends straight out of high school made the 4,350-kilometer journey across the Australian interior. They wrote, rehearsed, and most importantly began playing local hotels and pubs in mining towns. Then in 1979, the friends, Gary Beers, Andrew Farris, John Ferris, Tim Ferris, Michael Hutchins, and Kurt Pengilly made their live debut as INXS.
My strange desire is waiting there to be my light, my shadow, my storm. This is all, and this is you, turning into another dream. Please don't be another dream. Do you really think we're careful? Do you really know we're love? Look at all my resolutions, promises to break your heart.
Little did they know that 17 years later, INXS's lineup would remain unchanged. By the time of their first album, INXS, in October 1980, INXS was playing virtually 7 nights a week and soon became known as a band not to be missed. As Andrew Farris says, INXS got signed not because some A&R guy thought we'd sell a lot of records, but because we sold out so many venues. In 1981, prior to releasing their second album, the band decided to work with famed Australian songwriter Richard Clapton. Richard produced the top 20 single, The Loved One. The band took some time off following the hysteria of Kick, and in 1989 began writing songs for their next album, X. With Chris Thomas producing, the album lit off with the single Suicide Blonde, which featured American blues great Charlie Musselwhite. The album also contained the singles Disappear and Bitter Tears. X reached top 10 status on the Billboard chart and debuted number 1 in Australia and number 2 in the UK and has sold over 4 million copies worldwide. The band once again hit the road and toured the world's arenas and stadiums for the year-long X Factor tour.
INXS en el programa y con concurso, estos chicos que no paran. Lo del concurso ya lo sabéis, son 2 viajes a Australia. Ojo, no perdáis de vista a Beatriz porque ella os cuenta las bases. Y de momento vamos a charlar con ellos, que nos cuenten pues qué tal el disco, qué tal la gira. Vamos a ver cómo suenan en directo los que no hayáis podido verles. Y también por qué no vamos a hablar con ellos de Australia, porque quién sabe, a lo mejor te toca el concurso a ti, que resulta que no sabes qué hacer, dónde ir, qué comer. Vamos a enterarnos. Hello!
Hello!
Again,
Hola.
Michael, Angie, how are you?
Great. Fine.
Where did you come from?
We came from France, from Toulouse.
From Toulouse,
Yeah.
How was?
Great. France was
I
good.
think Spain will be better.
Yeah.
At the moment, they're all just mad. At the moment, they're fantastic.
Bullfights on acid!
Everybody's incredible.
Yeah, the audiences have been, giving us a very good reaction, and it's great.
Spanish audiences kick some serious ass!
The exciting bit's being on stage. The hard bit's everything else. Basically.
It's very,
Yeah.
it's not very glamorous when you travel a lot.
Where are we? We're in Milan.
So where have you been?
Let me see, where have I been? I've been sitting right here on this unit right here playing with
But on the tour.
Had some fun in Hamburg.
Yeah?
Hamburg's cool. Up a bit more.
Where have I been on the tour? Just a couple of places. Europe, Australia.
Toulouse.
Yeah.
Right. We went to Montpellier, in south of France. It was a great show.
Yeah.
It was good. And we flew from there to Madrid, got a connecting flight to Barcelona in Spain, played Barcelona, and then flew the next day. Oh, sorry, caught a train, I think.
Yeah, Bournemouth and Brighton and Dublin.
Where we flew to Madrid, played Madrid, and we played Lyon, France, and we went to Milan, to the Palace Stradi, where we played there. That was good news.
And then 4 nights in Birmingham.
Where?
Birmingham, NEC. One in Manchester, I think, and 2 or 3 in Glasgow, 1 in Bournemouth, 1 in Brighton, 2 or 3 in Dublin.
For Christmas. Yeah. You getting tired?
No. Well, you know, sort of, but I mean...
I am.
You run sort of...
tired. I can tell you're tired.
You run... Oopsie, Andrew's tired.
INXS are great. They're the best.
Sorry.
INXS are great. They're the best.
Sorry. What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa!
You want to say something to the Italian audience?
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Oh, never. I couldn't.
No, it was good tonight. Yeah, I didn't fall over.
Are you close to your audience?
Yeah, I like to talk to them.
Yeah, I know every one of them personally.
I'm going to die. Well, you're gonna die. Don't die.
You know, it reminds me of good, pure, raw,
Is that so?
honest
Yeah.
rock and roll.
Let's go to the dressing room.
It's ridiculous. It's a good point.
Would you stop that now? Come on, get out of here!
What? Waste about, Jim. Evidence.
You have an underwear problem?
Oh, excuse me?
You have an underwear problem?
Tim's got an underwear problem.
What's his problem?
He's left her back in London.
Where are we?
So many rock stars, when they come to Italy to play, they have so many strange requests. Like, they want an equipment for their gym. They want, limousines or the cases and cases of champagne. What about INXS?
Sounds like us.
I would like you to tell us how you think the success has changed your life.
It has not really changed my life. It's just meant that I've got to see more of the world. Places like Madrid and Barcelona. Basically, I think we're the same people we started out as.
Yeah, still arrogant shit.
We're still arrogant little shits.
On the high end,
standing here making a fool of myself.
What do you do?
Carpenter.
A carpenter? What is a carpenter do?
Bad carpenter.
This is Tony.
People just call me Smithy, but
Smithy.
And what do you do?
drink a lot.
What about that man behind you drinking coffee?
That's the
What's he
harmonica
doing?
technician.
No, yes, you. What's it like working on tour with INXS?
It's been a lot of fun, actually.
My name's Judith.
What's your name?
Royston.
What?
Royston.
And what's your job?
As you see, cooking.
I'm the bass guitar technician. I take care of Gary.
I'm Jeff Pope,
Yeah?
and I coordinate the security on behalf of the band.
Here's the truck drivers.
Oh, hello.
Diesel and Diesel.
What do they do?
They drive the trucks.
Fine. Bitter tears. Tastes so sweet.
It was a hot summer night in England, July 13th, 1991, exactly 6 years to the day after their Live Aid performance was beamed into Wembley Stadium from Sydney when the band reached a milestone in their career. They headlined London's Wembley Stadium on their own and played in front of 74,000 people. That same year, in addition to receiving an unprecedented third ARIA Award for Best Australian Group, INXS released their first live album, Live Baby Live. Taken from shows in Paris, New York, Toronto, Chicago, London, Dublin, Glasgow, Rio de Janeiro, Montreal, Spain, Switzerland, Melbourne, and Sydney, the album also contained a new studio song, Shining Star. In conjunction with the album, the band released a home video of their live show. Filmed at Wembley Stadium and directed by David Mallet, 17 cameras captured the show and resulted in a 2-hour video containing a classic INXS live performance. In 1992, the band released their most adventurous album to date, Welcome to Wherever You Are. Co-produced with Mark Opitz, who also produced Shabu Shaba, the album mixed traditional rock and roll with a 60-piece orchestra on Baby Don't Cry and contains INXS classics like Heaven Sent, Not Enough Time, and Beautiful Girl. In fact, Not Enough Time was included as part of the official music for the 1992 Olympics in Barcelona. The album debuted at #1 in England and has sold over 2 million copies worldwide. One of the most bizarre stories of the album came with the release of the video for Taste It. Directed by Bailey Walsh, the clip was classed as being too hot by video shows around the world. Following the release of Welcome to Wherever You Are, instead of doing a traditional tour, the band chose to spend 1 hour in a taxi, 24 hours flying from Sydney to London, 2 hours driving from Heathrow to Gatwick, 2 hours flying to Rome, 2 hours in a bus driving to Naples Harbor, straight onto the ferry for a 1.5-hour trip to the Isle of Capri, a 15-minute taxi to the town square, and finally a 20-minute walk up steep, windy paths to the Capri Digital Studios, where they began recording their 10th album, Full Moon, Dirty Hearts. INXS simultaneously made an album visual, which contained a video for all the 12 songs and featured some of the best young filmmakers in Australia. Full Moon Dirty Hearts, the album visual, was premiered around the world virtually simultaneously with the album's release, marking the first time that a band has launched an entire album of new material through both the television and radio mediums. The video for The Gift won the band and longtime video collaborator Richard Lowenstein an ARIA Award for Best Australian Video. INXS had always wanted to record with the legendary singer Ray Charles. Whilst recording the album, they had submitted a track, Make Your Peace, to Mr. Charles, asking him if he would join them on the song. It wasn't until late September when they heard that he would love to be on the album, but felt the song was not quite right for him. The band submitted another track, Please You Got That, and he agreed immediately. With little time to spare before the album's deadline, Michael flew to Los Angeles and re-recorded the vocal with Ray. Recorded, mixed, and mastered in less than 48 hours, the song made the album with no time to spare. Now, in 1994, 17 years after their formation, INXS reaches another monumental milestone with the release of their first Greatest Hits album. The album contains a compilation of greatest hits, the band's favorite songs, INXS classics, as well as new material produced by Chris Thomas. The album is not only a tribute to the staying power of INXS, but also a tribute to their fans who have been with them since 1977 and have continued to grow as the years go by. As Michael Hutchins says, I think this album, and especially the new single, The Strangest Party, sums up our time as INXS so far. It's certainly been the strangest party I've ever been to.